If you've been watching the channel for very long, you may know that one of the oldest channel sponsors and the people who make the belt that I wear every single day are the folks at Klik Belts. And you may also remember, if you've been watching for a long time, that the very first Klik Belt video that I made was Klik Belt versus the Bronco, in which I used a Klik Belt to pull my 1988 Bronco up a hill to see how strong it was. And right now, and if you saw that video, you know that the Klik Belts won that contest. Well, the Bronco is no more, and now I bought the Jeep, 2009 Jeep. And since Klik Belts has come out with a new belt version using the Cobra buckle poly buckle, which is admittedly not as strong as the original genuine aluminum Cobra buckle that Klik Belts uses on all their other belts, I thought this would be a good opportunity to do a Klik Belt versus Jeep video. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me and the people working back there with the skill saw. So I'll try to record around them, but that's progress. So hopefully I can talk over them and you can hear me. So this can't be any worse than the dogs barking next door. So as I said, the first video I did with the folks at Klik Belts, and they were advertised as the world's strongest belts, and so I want to check this out. So I had a 1988 Bronco, and I did a video, Klik Belt versus Bronco, which we connected a Klik Belt to the Bronco and pulled it up the hill, and it worked just fine. I think the Bronco was the one that was pulled. And then I did a couple of other ones. Right now the score is Klik Belt 3, Bronco big O 0. So the Bronco is gone, and I thought maybe we could do a Jeep versus Klik Belt video, which I thought would be a good idea to do because Klik Belts came out with last year, I believe, these poly buckles. So a quick word about these buckles and about Klik Belts, and then we'll get to the test. First of all, Klik Belts uses genuine Austria-Alpine Cobra buckles. Just like this pretty colorful one they sent me to make the video. They're genuine Austria-Alpine Cobra buckles. They are aluminum, and they are really strong, and they are the real deal. Now, real quickly, every now and then on Facebook, I see an ad that's got my video in it, some of my footage in it, for a genuine Cobra buckle belt for 20 bucks. It ain't real. It ain't a Klik Belt. And I guarantee at 20 bucks, it is not a genuine Austria-Alpine Cobra buckle. It is a Chinese knockoff. And they do not have my permission to use that footage. So if you see that, just don't even bother to let me know, because there's more Chinese people than there are me, and I can't fight them all. So there's that. Now, let's talk about the Austria-Alpine buckle itself. This thing has these little toggles here, and you put them in, push them in this way, and it releases. And you can see them there, okay? And they catch this little loop right here. So we put that in like so. You can kind of see them, watch them. They'll go out and they'll catch it. I got it backwards. Do I have it backwards? No, I don't. So go out and it catches. This is the back side of it. I showed you that so you could see it, the toggle. But so basically, the harder you pull it, the tighter it gets. And again, this is aluminum, this is metal, so it won't make it through a metal detector. But the poly buckle is 100% synthetic, so there's no metal in here, and this one will go through a metal detector. It is TSA approved. I personally wore my poly buckle belt, which I can't find now to show you because I think I loaned it to one of my sons, and if you got sons, you know what that means. But I wore mine through the airport on the way to Arizona to buy the Jeep a month and a half, 2 months ago. No issues. So same basic concept. It's got the same little toggles in here, and the same thing that when you click it in, it clicks. But it is poly, it's not metal, so it's not as strong. This one's rated for about 500 pounds of strength. That's what it's rated for, so definitely not as strong as the aluminum one, obviously, but pretty strong, and I thought we would just see how well it goes against the Jeep. It's not designed for that, obviously, but what the heck, let's have some fun. So, and also, you'll notice this is a little long belt. The one thing that happened on a couple of the other tests against the Bronco was I used a 2-ply belt. I'm wearing a 2-ply belt now. It's a little stiffer to support a firearm, but it's got 3 rows of stitching on there, if you can see them. It's very well stitched, very strong. But what happens is, if you put the pressure on it, the outer belt stretched just a little bit and it popped some of the stitches loose. So I thought, you know, instead of doing that and just destroying a belt, I got the folks at Klik Belt to make me a single ply belt. So this is just a single ply, because that's really the strength of all the belts. Because one of the things that really I liked about Klik Belts from the beginning, I still like it, it's got a tail that is single ply. Let me show you on the yellow, you can see it better. So even on the 2-ply belts, it has a single ply tail. And what that means is the tail can run through, you got this little toggle bar in here, the tail can run through here and back out here, like so. It's like when you're putting your belt on, and then you get adjusted how you want. Then from then, at that point in time, when you need to take it on and off, you just do that. You do that, no buckles, no nothing. If you need to adjust it a little bit, because maybe you had a big lunch, you can just, you know, slide a little bit of it out and give yourself a little room. So that's pretty cool. And that is something that really made a difference to me, because most of the other Cobra buckle belts I tried had Velcro and all kinds of stuff. And so, you know, these buckles are not designed to go through a belt loop. So you have to put it on like a regular belt, like this, and then feed this through the buckle. And it's really quick to do. It really takes no longer to do it than just buckling it with a regular, you know, pin and hole buckle, whatever you call that. You know, kind of you put the little peg through a little hole, but once it's done, it's done. All the other ones had Velcro stuff you had to deal with, and the Velcro was typically longer than your belt loops, and it's just a big hassle. This is the most convenient Cobra buckle belt I've ever seen, and that's why I wear them every day. So anyway, I've rambled a lot about this belt. I know you want to see the Jeep versus the Bronco, so what I've got is, they made me this special long one because I had some complaints about the other one being so short that it was maybe dangerous, and also just thought it would be probably better and safer to have a little longer one. And since we went with a single ply, and one thing I'll show you about this Cobra buckle before, and then I'll stop rambling, that's a little bit different than the aluminum one, because the poly one, and I did a video about this already, but the poly one, instead of this bar being floating, it's got a little tension on it, a little kind of plastic molded in springiness there. So you kind of have to take your thumb or something and push that down a little bit to make a gap. So what I do if I wear this one, I put it through there like that. It's got a little notch there. Just reach up there, push it down with your finger and get it started through. And once you get it started through, you can just pull it through the rest of the way, just like you would any other Klik belt. And then you don't have to take it off if you go in a courthouse or through the airport or anything like that. So there's that. So this is about a probably about an 8 or 9 foot belt. Will give us a little bit of room. Let me hook this thing up to the old Jeep. I'm gonna pull it with my Ford F-150, and we'll see how strong this buckle is. Again, it's rated for 500 pounds, so I mean, it might break. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's do it. Okay, well, that's probably about an A flat. Actually, an A flat would be a G sharp, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'll get you close up here in just a minute, but it's holding just fine. Got a lot of tension on it. The buckle itself, I was a little concerned about maybe this thing slipping back through. The tail did not slip through. The buckle did not fail. And this is way, way more than 500 pounds, I'm sure. So that sucker's tight. Let me give you a little close up and show you, and then we'll take the slack off and pull it off and take a look and see if the buckle is still functional. So it looks like, see if I can twist around and show you the back side here. It's a little bit kind of bent that way, slightly, but so it's got a lot of tension on it. But it looks like everything looks okay. These tiers have got a lot of tension, so this is definitely more than this, probably the design, the engineered design parameters for it, but it's holding pretty well. So let me go ahead and get everything slacked up, disconnected, and we'll take a look at the buckle now. Chuck Norris can make a slinky go upstairs. Okay, let's take a little closer look at this thing. So it seems to be none the worse for the wear, but let's just get a little closer look at it. So it was kind of cocked a little bit. It felt like maybe this way or this way, but Everything looks good. The toggles are still everything good. Nothing split apart. The tail didn't slip on this at all. I mean, it's just like a straight up solid. By the way, I made the colors for the video. I guess if you wanted an orange belt or a yellow belt, they'll make you one, but typically I've got a khaki one, a brown one, got this black one. They make camouflage belts. They make some cool fashion colors. They make some regular colors too. Several different color buckles, and most of their buckles are anodized and not powder coated, which means the finish is a lot stronger on them. Just really solid, well-made belts. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. Again, it's not designed to be a toe strap. It's designed to be a belt, and this one is a belt that will go through metal detectors, TSA, or whatever. I don't fly that often, but I do go in courthouses a pretty good bit to get my permits. I'm working construction, so some of them in Georgia here and around Atlanta have metal detectors and police there. So instead of me dealing with all that stuff, I usually just go ahead and wear this one. That way I can just take my magazine out of my plastic mag holder and leave the mag holder attached as well, so I don't worry about all that. But Klik Belts make single ply, double ply, and even triple ply duty belts. Really solid belts, and as you see right now, starting the new Klik Belt versus series. It's Klik Belt versus the Jeep Klik Belt 1 Jeep Zero. I'll stop rambling. I encourage you to check out the folks at Klik Belt if you're looking for a very strong, very fashionable belt. And if you want something to go through metal detectors without you having to take your belt off, the Klik Belt poly buckle version is really good. This, by the way, is very compliant and it has a lower IR signature, and it's approved, so it's the real deal. So anyway, don't forget, you can save 15% on your order at klikbelts.com by using the coupon code SOP15. I hope it's been helpful, and if you're looking for a really good belt, I highly recommend Klik Belts. I'm wearing mine right now. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. I really appreciate it. My name's Brian. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.